Good morning. You find me down at one of my favourite little Yorkshire rivers, and obviously I'm trying to catch a barbel before the season closes. It's the Thursday before it ends, so yeah, I've basically got today to catch a Yorkshire barbel, and that's it until, well, June, and it'll probably be July before I start hitting the rivers again. But yeah, you might notice my voice is a bit croaky. I've had a hell of a cold. Still getting over it. It's not COVID. I have done a few lateral flows. But yeah, you'll have to forgive my gravelly tones, but you know, I think it makes it sound quite cool, you know. Tell your mum I said hi. Tell your sister to stop calling me. No, none of that. Anyway, what I'm doing is I'm going to use completely natural baits today, I think. And I've worms on my downstream rod, maggot feeder on the upstream rod, because it's still pretty cold. We're after those storms have come through. River looks good actually. It's up a touch. It's a tiny bit coloured, but I think that's nice. You know, you wouldn't want it low and clear at this point. That'd be really hard going. So yeah, we'll get the rods out and we'll see what happens. Right, I'm excited for this one. Okay, downstream rod with the double worms, just banked round once. So we'll keep an eye on things there for sure. Always hard to tell on rivers if it's a fish or if it's debris or whatever, but that was proper like a rod shaker. A rod shaker, a heartbreaker. I'm in a weird mood today. Tense. Need that last fish, but that's good because only been here about 40 minutes. Time for a recast on the maggot feeder. And what I'm doing is I'm recasting that every sort of 30 to 40 minutes, and then every second time I cast that I'm redoing the worm rod as well, and that has definitely had perhaps 3 proper bangs. So I've kind of scaled down the worm, hoping to connect with whatever it is. I've had a couple of guys come by and have a chat. One of them, a guy called Keith, who watches my video, so thanks to Keith. And he's had a chub, fish over £5. And then another guy came for a chat and he's had 2 chub. So maybe it's a day of a chub, which I wouldn't mind because, you know, a nice big one would be brilliant. But yeah, we'll get that rod recast, keep those maggots going through. I'm also catapulting a few upstream, hoping that they settled sort of in front of me-ish. But yeah, it's kind of hard to judge. Well, something's happened. Big clunking bite. The camera was dead, unfortunately. I must have left it running at one point, but managed to get myself quite a nice chublet there. And yeah, massive bite. And I was wondering why I can't catch up with it, but it's because it was so small. Right, let's get this little guy back. But no, we haven't blanked. Like holding a bar of soap. Yeah, I've just wound in. I'm gonna get nice and set for what will likely be the last cast of the day. I have just started getting some bangs on the maggot rod, so I'm confident there are fish down there. Whether they're barbel and big chub, I don't know. There could just be more of those chublets, but still, it's nice to be getting those indications. So I'm just gonna check that hook. It's nice and sharp. Yep, that's good. Fill the feeder up, get it back out there, and hope that as the sun starts setting, as so often happens, the barbel and chub, of course, might get on the feed. So there it is, nice heavy maggot feeder. It's about a third filled with pellets as well, just to get some smell out there, and so I don't have to fill the whole feeder up, because it's quite a big feeder, so I don't need all those maggots. It's finally happened. We're into something. I'm thinking chub rather than barbel. I'll bring you closer. I must admit, we're having a sneaky recast. I mean, it's gone pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm thinking big chub rather than barbel, but we'll see. Oh, this is brilliant now. Slacking off a touch. Oh, maybe too much there. Already thinking if I land this, I might try and get the rod back out quickly. Absolute prime time right now. Maybe it is a barbel. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. What is that? Funny looking fish. What is that? Oh, it's a barbel. Get in. It's a barbel. Yes. Not very big, but whatever. Right, if I can hook it in the water, I'm going to get this rod back out. Here it is, my rather hard-earned Yorkshire barbel. What a way to round off my fishing here. That is great. I'm going to the close season now. Happy that it's happened, and I think this could be 3 years in a row now, but I've managed to finish on a barbel. Man, long may it continue. That's a nice one as well. It's really dark. A lot darker than you usually get on this stretch. Often a little bit pale on here, but actually that one's really nice. Just checking out my rod because I managed to get it back out. That is perfect. I love the kind of pinky salmon coral type fins on them. And look at that rudder. Although it didn't fight incredibly for a barbel. It did do one good run, but that's about it. I was thinking chub nearly all the way in. Right, a couple of pictures. Then we'll get it back. It's probably going to be the last of the action, but who cares? What a day session. Oh, thank you, like sharks. Oh, nearly. It's kicking, it's fighting the net, so I think we'll just let this one go. Off you go, mate. Oh, a bit caught in the mesh. That way. Set you off. Bit unorthodox, but it went off with a good kick. Well, I'm gonna say goodbye to you now while there's still enough light to do so. I should say this camera makes it look a lot darker than it is. I can see everything. It is still daytime. But yeah, that kind of brings to a close my, well, at least my Yorkshire fishing for this river season. I do have a day off tomorrow, and I'm not gonna lie, I may take a trip to the Trent. We'll see. Just, yeah, keep an eye out for that video if it happens. But certainly for my Yorkshire river fishing, that's the end of it. And yeah, it does annoy me for close season, if I'm honest. I don't see why it starts now. You know, I don't see why it starts at all, to be honest. I don't get why we're not trusted to decide for ourselves on rivers, yet on lakes and canals we are. You know, I don't get that at all, especially when, let's face it, it's not anglers, but messing up the venues. Rivers are what suffer most from pollutants and the reintroduction of unnecessary apex predators at a bad time. But anyway, let's not go down that road. Yeah, we could get down there for a long time if we started going on about that. But anyway, yeah, the close season, it happens, and yeah, we'll just have to respect it. I'm really, really happy to have caught that barbel though. That's great. Could have sworn it was a big chub, and oh yeah, let's not forget we did catch a chublet, so we have had barbel and chub today, which is fantastic. So yeah, I hope your river season went well. Hopefully you got out and maybe caught a fish or two before it ended. And yeah, if one of them was a whacker, then good on you. But that's it from me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you next time. My cold's cleared up a bit as well.